Alrighty then, it's time for a Jungle Amumu game. Let's get this show on the road. And yeah, this is one of your favorite type of games, the ones full of confusion and full of suffering. So yeah, this is the Rey Chorizo account, the account that's seemingly the one cursed this time around. Every game I play in, whether it's a win or a loss, hurts my very soul. They're mostly confusing. You see, it's already making me be bad in English, and this game is no different. So far, you can see that my composition, and by extension, the enemy team compositions, is basically solo queue. That's why I decided to pick Amumu. I might as well have picked some AP champion because holy crap. So yeah, off to a very basic start, right? You know, not much going on. My mid and top laner get a kill. I'm trying to get a gank in, and the enemy team does not have this warded, by the way. Yet they're playing really safely, I guess, because Ezreal's, kicking their asses. But, why would you pick Pantheon if you're not going to be aggressive? But whatever. So yeah, just kind of a slow start. My opponent is Voliver, which if in a fight he should probably, he would probably maul me to death. So I mostly should just avoid him and just try to get level 6 as quickly as possible. So yeah, Yasuo decides to tower dive, get killed, and as a result, it leads to Ashe getting 2 kills. Well, technically 3 kills, but a double kill. So hooray for bottom lane. They were playing well until Yasuo decided to tower dive and die for that. So. Yeah, it's solo queue though. I actually invade Voliver, and I knew he was going to be super low health, and I was just trying to steal the red buff and then run away. But very narrowly I killed him, and very narrowly I escaped from Tryndamere, who went in and span on me, and probably didn't think that I could have just, used my Q on a minion and escape. So yeah, I get myself a kill, steal the double buffs, and escape with my little mummy life. So go gank bottom lane, nothing comes of that. They're playing very safely, and of course, as is customary of lower division angry players, the Pantheon, which maybe you can hear it through the video, is spamming Laugh and spamming his mastery thingy. Catch LeBlanc, easily headbutt her to death. Voliver comes in, and he honestly doesn't take that much damage, so it was pointless, but it didn't hurt him, so whatever. I normally would not advocate that. Anyways, time for the bottom lane gank, which at this point I'm not sure if they have this warded because they're playing very oddly. I mean, they throw a hawk at me and they obviously reveals me, and again, I'm not too sure what they're kind of doing here. So I'm gonna actually loop around the enemy blue side and then use the explosive plant to catch the enemy by surprise. Right now, pop it. And this is sort of like the miscommunication, or just in general weirdness of lower division. Pantheon is the target I'm close to that I could do the most damage. And, the Ezreal could have just knocked him out and killed him rather quickly. Instead, he went straight to the Ashe. And honestly, he almost killed her. But it's easier and better to just focus on the person closest to you, who is just as soft at this point as the enemy AD carry. So instead, we just kind of, got wiped out. But yeah, I wouldn't knock that out of too much, stupidity, but whatever. I go in and steal the dragon, and then I get killed for that, trying to run away close to the wall. You can see the chat where the also pings my flash, and then insults me for saying I could have escaped, but I can't teleport close to a wall, so whatever. I still got the blue buff, and 1 death this early for a blue dragon isn't that bad of a thing. But yeah, it's 9-9, and I gotta also point out, the enemy team doesn't respect the Darius, and despite the fact that they engage him in the worst way possible, blowing all their CC, and just letting him get his blood stacks on them, which as a result, he easily killed the Voliver, and now pretty much rampaging on the enemy team. And while they're focusing on him, they completely ignored me and just let me rack up damage and get them low enough for the Darius to finish them off. And obviously I did a lot of damage, and they got too close for my ultimate. But that's just solo queue in a nutshell, or lower division in a nutshell. They beeline to the Darius, and they forgot that you shouldn't be in melee range versus him or fight him very stupidly, so whatever. As a result, they're kind of already falling apart. My build is honestly irrelevant to this. No matter what I have built, it still would have had the same result. And in fact, I probably should have gone Holy Hand Grenade Amumu, because the amount of damage I'm getting to inflict on the enemy team for free is pretty considerable. Other way, Yasuo goes in, and like I said, at this point, the enemy team is just beelining the enemy, or my Darius, and losing as a result. Yasuo gets himself a really nice triple kill, and there you go. Yeah, also, the LeBlanc, as is customary in lower division, gets really aggressive for no reason and makes her path predictable, so I easily just tower dive her into the tower and annihilate her quite a bit. I do quite a bit of damage as Amumu. I don't think my teammates needed a flash to go in for that kill, but whatever. Either way, I escape because at this point I know it's kind of pointless to remain here, and as a result, the Yasuo, who decided to stick around for way too long, dies. Although to his, to be fair to him, he almost did get 2 kills, and that resulted in some deaths too. So, hooray! At this point, he's too big and fed to actually care about playing, conservatively or intelligently. So whatever, let him do what he wants. And I'm not calling him a bad player. I'm just saying, don't throw away your lead, which is a very common thing in this lower division. Either way, I just got to point out probably one of my favorite scenes that's coming up soon. Here, I don't know, they again think they can do any significant damage, so they just kind of blew everything on me, which allowed my team just to kind of slowly walk up to them and kill them. Kill 2 of them at least. Again, replay that. I kind of went in there and it took a while for them to just beat up on me, and they burned a lot and they barely tickled my little mummy butt, and then they just died for that. No, don't focus the tank, especially one who's kind of already way beefier than you and kind of went anti-magic in your magic. Anyways, go on the Volibear, he can't absolutely do anything, and once again they kind of cluster up, so my ultimate just grabs 2 important characters, gets them CC locked and destroyed. However, my team kind of burned a lot on the Volibear, and honestly it's also my fault for them. So we just get wiped out. We lose that fight. But best of all, the enemy team goes for the Baron. They go for the Baron, alright? They don't have a tank. I mean, it makes sense, I guess, because the Sona is there, the only one there. But they don't have the damage to kill it in a timely fashion, so the Baron just effectively destroyed them. And they're getting super low in health. And here comes a teleport from the Yasuo, who gets stunned. And, he managed to steal the Baron and then kill the Yash. And then just slowly destroy the Volibear. Pantheon goes in, but at this point he should have just kind of stayed away because the rest of his team has already fallen in. And he's not going to survive long enough because he's just a support player with a really bad build. Frozen Heart Pantheon. Frozen Heart support Pantheon. Just going to tell you this. Frozen Heart support Pantheon. Either way, the enemy team gave up Baron for basically free. They leashed it for us. They knew that should have happened. Yasuo is off by himself, just split pushing, but whatever. And I just love this next scene. Just love it. So remember that whole scene where they were focusing me and attacking me? Well, they go in against the Sona, and then we do quite a bit of damage, and in fact just annihilate the LeBlanc. She had no chance in hell. Volibear goes in. I use the explosive plant to get close to the Ashe and whatever. I don't know what she was trying to accomplish because there was no viable target for her aside from Sona, who was basically being guarded by my little fetus baby face. So yeah, it's like, I don't know. Okay, bad ideas aside, you should never really do that. If you don't have the damage to really kill somebody, don't put yourself in a huge danger zone. But whatever. So we take the Nexus. The gate, to their credit, they go for one last hurrah. But at this point, my team is way too strong. We still have Baron, and everyone on my team is a major threat, including the Sona. But then they just kind of fall apart. But yay, hooray for low division. It's kind of fun and pretty sad to watch. And trust me, I've had many games already where I'm on the opposite side. So give me this one at least. But hooray for Amumu, easy win. And if you liked this video, remember to give it a like. And if you aren't subscribed, make sure to subscribe. And if you are subscribed, make sure to hit the little bell up there somewhere so you actually get notifications to my videos because YouTube and stuff.